Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different on here. I tend to do comic book hauls or talk about my first comic book ever. Right now we're going to be looking at things that are in those long boxes, comic books that are in those long boxes that we tend to maybe skip over or not really see too much of. Some comic books that I feel are not really talked about that much, slept on comics that are dope, you know what I mean? I'm going to be looking at, talking about two different comic book series today on the channel that I feel like not enough people have talked about or are talking about, and we're going to let you know if it's worth the search or not, because some of these books you really have to dive in to find them. Not saying that they're hard to find or anything, but they are easily skipped over. So let's see if they're worth the search tonight. His first comic book came out in 2022. This was a Image comic book that goes by the name of The Closet. It's a 3-book series. I love this comic book. This is written by James Tynion. He worked on Detective Comics. He's worked on Justice League Dark and the Batman and Ninja Turtles, I believe. I also believe he worked on Ninja Turtles. Super dope comic book series that he written called The Closet. The artwork is done by Gavin Philliton. He's done really good with the artwork, man. I'm digging on the inside. Actually, I will show you a couple of panels in here. Just a couple, just a little bit, not too much, not too crazy. I'll show some more as we go on. This story is really dope. I like what's going on in here. It's a horror story, as you can tell. I mean, just by the cover alone, if you can't look at that and just tell this is a horror story, then it is what it is. In The Closet, you follow Tom. He's a dad and a husband that has gotten a new opportunity to start something new with his family, a fresh new start for his family. So he decides to pack up all this stuff and move across country with this family, which is tough to do when you bring in baggage along with you, like personal baggage for his family, because you can see throughout the book that it's causing turmoils and stuff like that. His son Jamie is also seeing monsters in his closet, and Tom is like, just go to bed, dude, like it's not real. He's pretty much doing that, but at the same time, every time, you know, they move across country to stay somewhere for like a day, as they get to their final destination, that same closet that Jamie saw the monster in before appears in that house that they stay in. So the closet and the monster are just following Jamie along as this adventure goes, and Tom is really just not there to deal with it. It's a really good story, horror story, pretty much about trauma and how these things follow kids and how they are really vulnerable to things like this. This comic book is scary and has a really good tone to it, horror tone to it. I like the idea of it. I thought it was something unique. I picked it up. I'm not gonna really show y'all too much of the panels inside because I don't want to spoil the story. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to spoil too much, but I already said it doesn't necessarily tell you what everything is. It is something interesting to really check out and find. But I will show y'all my favorite cover of the book. This is the one that I saw that made me buy the book. This cover is creepy as hell. I love that. I just love it all, from the closet door being right here to the teeth showing. Come on, man, you can't pass this up. I saw this in a long box and I was like, I have to get it just to see what this is even about. It's a super dope story. I enjoy it a lot. I highly recommend you check it out, definitely if you like horror stuff. It's a quick read. It's a great artwork to marry the read, and it's pretty relatable, for being honest with you. Bringing old baggage with you and it follows you around, it's really relatable. So I'll really give it that. Quick read, good art, relatability. The only bad thing about it is that it's only 3 issues. I would love to see like 2 or 3 more issues of this book. This series is dope though, but they wrapped it up in a good way. I like it a lot. Has a good message. Overall, it's short and sweet, but great art to really match the tone of the story. They really did something really dope. From the story to the art, the characters, the conclusion of the book brings a relatability to where just every reader but be able to understand and somehow relate to one of the characters, at least in the story, even though it really focuses mainly around the kid and Tom. The wife Maggie necessarily doesn't really in the book, but she plays an important part. You know what I mean? A kid that's afraid of monsters in the closet. We all had that part of our life at some point. If it was either in the closet or under the bed, it was a thing. You know what I mean? Like I said, if this worth the search, 100%. I 100% think you should just dive into those comic book boxes and look for The Closet. I highly recommend it. If you have not read it, it came out in 2002, so it will be considered a back issue. Check it out, definitely if you like horror stuff, if you like dark tone stuff, something that's relatable to a degree. I definitely recommend The Closet. Comic books, so we're gonna be talking about another one that came out in 2022. This one is called Twig, done by Image Comics. This is a 5-part series of a dope story that I liked a lot. It's really something dope and unique. This was written by Scotty Young. He done stuff like Untold Tales of Untold Tales of Hate Fairy Tales, I believe. Fairyland, I'm sorry. Untold Tales of Hate Fairyland. He's done that, and The Thing. He also did The Me You Love in the Dark, which I haven't read yet. I have not read that book yet. I do have it. I will be looking forward to reading that and checking that out. Really dope, man. These books that he's written is super dope. Kyle Stanham did the artwork for it. He also did stuff like he did stuff for DC as well as just Valley Entertainment, which if you know me and Valiant, we got a good relationship because I've been reading a lot of those. In this story here, man, you follow this guy right here named Twig. Follow Twig, this blue guy, and his best friend named Splat. You follow them as Twig begins his journey on being a placeling. A placeling is pretty much holds the job to take a specific gem and take it over across the lands to another spot to pretty much place it. I don't want to tell too. I'm trying to avoid saying too much. You place it to pretty much keep the world going, keep the universe going, keep his world alive. Pretty much, he's saving the planet. That's pretty much what he's trying to do. But throughout this, you find out that he's not the best placeling. He wants to do what his dad did, which was he was a placeling, but his dad was like really good at it. Like this was his job. This is what he was super dope at. But Twig isn't the best. I mean, just for a little insight, you find out at his first day on the job, he overslept. Like he's late. He is late on the job, but this story is super dope, man. It takes you on an adventure that goes left, right, and all over the place. You think one thing is gonna happen and it doesn't. I like this book a lot. I like what's going on, and I never the issue that made me pick up the book though. I didn't even show y'all the cover that made me pick up the book. Was this one specifically right here? This one right here. Kyle did a great artwork with this comic book. He's done amazing. He really put the tone in this book that was necessary, because it's hard to really pull off something like this that is as creative as it is. Really hard to really do that. I mean, first panel is a talking mountain. Like it's crazy. Like he pretty much put Pan's Labyrinth with the 1986 Labyrinth. If you remember that, the one with David Bowie in it, it's that vibe combined together, but it's not as scary as Pan's Labyrinth is, as it is creative. Pan's Labyrinth was pretty creative. Throughout the monsters in the scene, did the same thing for this one in the 1986 version. It was just a good adventure to really go on. It's a lot of ups and downs in this story, man. It's a lot of things that you think is going to happen that doesn't. It's a lot of things that you don't think will happen that happens. You know what I mean? It's a story about determination and really trying to hold things together with your friends as they go on this adventure with you, because Splat is his best friend, and it really shows that dynamic of Twig being frustrated with the mission, but Splat's like, you got to keep going, and at some point it puts their relationship to the test. I really like the story of it. I dig it a lot. A true story of just like, let's complete this mission together. I would say this, the thing that I really didn't like too much about this book, if anything, was that it's not, I wish it was more to it. Like, it wasn't a heavy read. It's not like a crazy read. It's nothing that is like gonna take you hours to read, or even honestly 10 minutes to read. This whole series, which is include all 5 books, might take you probably 30 minutes to read all of them. They're pretty short of a read, and it's pretty light of a read. It's quick, you know what I mean? It's not much that I didn't like about it, but if I had to critique it, it'd probably be that. This is something that's dope. It's something that I feel like if you have a younger sibling or a younger kid that wants to get into comic books, this might be the turn for it. This might be the one to get them started on. It's quick, short, and it's beautiful artwork, lovely artwork, and I think it really shows, gives a good lesson in determination and endurance and friendship and stuff like that, and it's really dope. It's nothing crazy in this book. There is some violence in this book, but it's nothing crazy. When I say that, I mean like it's violent to a degree of like Twig maybe pulling out a knife or something, but he's not really stabbing anybody. There's no blood or guts in this book. There is a skeleton in this book, but other than that, it's talking mountains, different kind of creatures that you won't be able to tell what they are, but they look cool. They're really unique, something different, and that's why I like this book. Is this book worth the search? Definitely. You want a quick read? Definitely. If you want to get your kid into comic books, I definitely feel like this is the one. Love adventures that show ups and downs and really learn some kind of idea of what responsibility is and how important it is to not only the world, but just you in general. This is a book for you. I definitely recommend you checking out Twig. Quick 5 books. You find that cover. Let me show you it. Let me show you cover 1, because you will need book 1 to really get it popping. You find this because all the stories you do need one to really get started. So you find cover 1, Twig on the front, Splat right here, some monsters in the back. You find those. You find this book right here. Pick it up. Like I said, quick read, good times. Love the artwork. It matches it so perfect. Other than that, man, thank y'all. Like and subscribe. And let me know if y'all actually seen these books, man. If y'all have ever checked them out, if y'all own them, what y'all like about them, what y'all didn't like about them. I got more of these to let y'all know if it's worth the search or not. I got more of these comic books coming up, more of these series coming up for the page. Other than that, man, enjoy these spoilers that I'm gonna show you, as well as like, comment, subscribe. I will see y'all next time, man. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.
Further the ladder.